Hi guys, and welcome to the third comparison of Logitech peripherals. Today we're going to talk about four of them and they're all wireless. So for starters we have right here the G533 wireless, then we have the G733 LIGHTSPEED, G935 LIGHTSPEED, and of course G Pro X wireless. So what do they have in common? What do they have? What are the differences between them, and which one is basically my preferred one, and what should you take into consideration when buying any of these? You'll find out after the intro. So for instance, I have been using the G935 for the past 2 years, and basically before that I was using G933. Now the advantage from G933 to G935 is basically more on the visual side, and you have the light sync and the light speed connectivity. So I would say, yeah, a bit of a more, I would say, reliability towards wireless. And of course you have different ear cups, so we have the leatherette ear cups and leatherette top headband, which has also memory foam inside. Now talking about all these four, and regardless of the G933, we have something that all of these have. So they're all over ear and they're all close back, and all of them have 7.1 surround sound. So what are the differences? What does it make you choose basically between all of these headsets, and is there any difference at all? As stated, as the type and enclosure, they're all four of them are over ear and close back, and they're all wireless. The only difference between wireless connectivity is that the G533 doesn't have LIGHTSPEED connectivity, it has standard wireless connection, and all three G733, G Pro X and the G935 have LIGHTSPEED. When it comes to noise cancellation, the only actually headset that has noise cancellation is G533. All three, which are newer, don't have it, so that's a bit of a strange. Now, talking about detachable microphone, not all of them have it, and I would say there's a plus and minus on both sides. So G733 and G Pro X wireless have detachable microphone. G533 doesn't have it, and it kind of sticks out right here, which honestly I don't prefer, and I don't know about you guys, but that's my personal opinion. When we go to G935, here is the difference. As you can see, it doesn't stick out anywhere. It's not detachable, but look at it. It's stored in the ear cup and it looks really subtle, so you don't need to detach it, and that's really cool, and this is why I love the G935. So one plus from my side for the G935, it kind of makes it up for the detachable microphone and storing it nicely in the ear cup. As for the platform, all of them can go on PC. G533, G733 and G935 can also go on Mac, but only G Pro X and G733 are supported on PlayStation 4. Now, we all know when the G Pro X wired version came out, we were all excited to hear the Blue Voice software and how much will it basically give us more on the microphone. So the only ones that have the Blue Voice software are the G Pro X and the G733. Of course, all of them are using Logitech G Hub applications, so to use the Blue Voice software you do need to install Logitech G Hub to get extra features on the G Pro X wireless and on the G733. Now it's time to listen to the microphone sound of each of them, so I'm going to connect them and talk a bit for half a minute just to hear each sound. So for half a minute, I'm going to talk through the Logitech G Pro X wireless, and basically you're hearing directly from the G Pro X. I'm going to enter the microphone and going to enable Blue Voice. So right in the middle, I enabled the Blue Voice. So let's see, record a sample of your voice, then play it back to hear how it sounds. That's all there is to it. So this is actually really interesting because now you can compare the sounds of each headset with the Blue Voice, without the Blue Voice, and the standard G935 and G533. After the G Pro X Wireless and Blue Voice, now you're hearing the G533 without the Blue Voice, directly going through the microphone without the camera microphone, of course, so you can compare it to the Blue Voice and without the Blue Voice, and a bit older microphone, I would say. After that, let's go with the G935. As I said, we're going to go with the G935 now and recording directly. Let's check out any details in Logitech G Hub. Surround sound enabling, acoustics, volume, microphone volume, side tone. It actually has noise removal the same way as it has G533. So it's interesting because with the premium headset, you do need to get all the premium material and stuff that comes. So yeah, you're listening to G935 currently, their microphone, and basically it's finally time to go with the G733. And finally, we have the G733 microphone. This is without the Blue Voice software enabled, and right now enabling it. So this is a Broadcaster 1. Oh, okay. This will be a bit strange since voice presence. Let's see if I can AM radio. Okay, whatever. But you can adjust through the Blue Voice software. You can adjust the presence of each headset that supports Blue Voice software. So yeah, this is it, guys. From all the headset, now you can get some conclusion all together. Now, the most important thing when it comes to battery life, G533 actually has 15 hours, which is more than the G935 Lightspeed, which G935 is newer model. So G935 without lights, without the light sync, goes up to 12 hours. With default lighting, goes up to 8 hours. So G533 has much greater battery and it does kind of work better for a longer period. Now, something that shocked me positively, of course, G733 without the lights goes up to 29 hours, and with default lighting it goes up to 20. G Pro X Wireless goes up to 20 hours. So the winner in the battery category definitely goes with the G733 with the outstanding 29 hours of battery life. Flip up microphone is basically what I was talking when I mentioned the detachable microphone. So you can flip your microphone on G935, G533, but when you have a detachable microphone, there is basically no need to flip it up. The only negative thing about no possibility to flipping up your microphone is you have to push actually a button to mute your microphone. On G935 and on G523 you can mute your microphone just by flipping microphone in your ear cup and it's muted. This is one more thing that G935 has compared to the every other one when it comes to microphone. So G Pro X Wireless is more oriented on esports and giving you performance, battery life, of course, even though you can turn off lights on any other, and we can see that on G733 light sync can be deactivated and you get 29 hours. But I would say that the G Pro X when it comes to sound and microphone are superior than the G733. So basically these look outstanding, and I already mentioned that in my review of the G Pro X wireless. They look outstanding, the comfort and everything is perfect. And basically the design is such that you don't need RGB to make it a bit boosted up. When it comes to 7.1 surround sound, all of them have it, but the G533 has DTS headphone X, while others have DTS headphone X 2.0. Now, since we talked about almost everything, I didn't have the G733 in my hand, but they stated that they are lightweight, and comparing to other three, they really are. So their weight is 278 grams. Next in line are the G533 wireless, then we have the G Pro X wireless, which I'm a bit shocked since they were aiming for the esports and all the other gaming, professionals. But still, I would say 350, 370 is okay, even though I would consider if they were a bit lower on the weight. And then we have the bulkiness of all the headset right here, 379 grams. And you can definitely feel the difference between the lower weight and the heavyweight champion, without a doubt. So yeah, these are really heavy. You would definitely feel them. But the cool thing about, since I'm using them for 2 years now already, every day, 4, 5, 6 hours of gaming, you won't notice them. And then imagine all the other that are lower in weight, how much you could play more with more comfort and how much it won't bother you while you game. When it comes to some additional keys that you get with all the Logitech peripherals, the special ones go with the Logitech G keys that can be reprogrammed in the Logitech G Hub. So for instance, with G935, you have 3 G buttons which you can adjust. You already have them predefined, so equalizer, I think this is the sound, and then we have the lights, and you have of course the mute button for your microphone, so you can have actually flip microphone to mute it, flip to mute, and you have a button as well. And the G Pro X doesn't have any G buttons, and then we have only one button here on the G533, which originally is for muting your microphone. But if you flip your microphone, you don't need to have a G button for muting it. So yeah, that's cool. Finally, when we're talking about the G Pro drivers, so the G533 and G733 have 40 millimeters drivers, and the G935 and the G Pro X have 50 millimeters. Now, taking into consideration that the latest model of all of them is the G733, I would say I'm a bit shocked that they didn't place 50 millimeter drivers on those. Even though everything else is quite alright and I wouldn't complain about anything, but the G733 should have had 50 millimeter drivers as well. And finally, the wireless range. Wireless range on G533 is 15 meters. We have the G733 20 meters. G935, which actually has more specification about it. So indoor range is 15 meters, outdoor range is 20 meters. And then we have the G Pro X, which is 15 meters. Honestly, I don't think that you will need 15 or more meters in wireless headset if you're, for instance, I don't know, watching movies like I do with the G935. So you lay in your bed or you're on your couch in your living room or whatever, you place your headset. It's like 2, maybe maximum 3 meters from watching your movies. And if you're playing your games, it's half a meter from your screen, half a meter from your computer, maybe meter, and that's all that is to it. So basically, accumulating everything all together, I would say that G935 is definitely a premium product. You have leatherette ear cups and leatherette headband. Ear cups really do dampen the outer noise when you're gaming. 3 G buttons which can help you, I don't know, adjust equalizers, different profiles and everything that you desire, and even, if you need a couple of more hours of gaming, just switch off the lights. If you're not using them at all, like I'm not, then you can switch them off anytime. You have a volume wheel, you have a microphone that is flip to mute, you can store it in your ear cup. they are definitely for big heads, because here we go, and you can rotate them, you can adjust them any way you wish. They're really cool, and after 2 years they're still rocking really nice. They're definitely one of my favorite because I don't know what to say, they look great. The only negative thing about them is their weight, so comparing to all of these, right? Next to that, I think it's logical to give G935 finally a PC Crazy Premium badge. Without a doubt, it deserves it. And when I reviewed these, I didn't have a badge for it, so G935 deserves a premium badge. Next to that, G533 is, I would say, a really older model, so it definitely won't make you sweat during the hot summer days because it has a woven ear cups and the top part as well on the headband, so they're quite alright. You have a volume wheel, you have a switch on off, of course, you have a possibility to adjust your microphone, and it's almost fully blended in your ear cup, so that isn't a bad thing. They're not that heavy, they're having 40mm drivers, and yeah, I would say if you're aiming for something newer, either with Blue Voice technology or at least with DTS Headphone X 2.0, then I would definitely suggest skipping these, but you won't regret buying these. Now let's talk about something that you might consider if you're not aiming for RGB or anything like that. So G Pro X wireless are without a doubt one of my favorite headsets. And I'm not saying this because I already said G935. These are lighter than the G935. You have a detachable microphone, but they look so nice and subtle and elegant, and especially with the G logo, they're very comfortable, and I bet you could run them more than the G935. Type-C for your connectivity, for your charging, detachable microphone, Blue Voice software. If you don't, since it doesn't have a flip to mute microphone, you have a button at the back to mute it, and the sound is incredible. The microphone is brilliant. You have leatherette ear cups and top part, which also has memory foam. Leatherette, as I already said, dampens the outer noise much better, and after all, 50mm drivers. So I would suggest, if you're aiming for competitive gaming, or if you're a streamer or anything similar to that, G Pro X wireless deserve a PC Crazy Premium and Approved badge, just because they look premium, they feel premium, they are premium, they have really nice quality material, and after all, sound on the ear cups and the microphone really deliver for the price that you pay. And finally, we have the G733, the latest model of Logitech that came out actually recently. I did a review on it, which kind of take almost everything from the G Pro X wireless, except giving you more lightweight, different construction. Most of it is plastic, basically, to give you a more lightweight headset. You have also Type-C connectivity for charging, not for connectivity actually. Detachable microphone, subtle LEDs, and without a doubt a cool design. Something different, and it comes in 4 colors, so you could choose whatever you wish and how does it suit you. So guys, yeah, my first choice would always be G935 because they're really premium with all the specifications and everything they had. Then I would say G Pro X wireless for esports and everything else concerning competitive gaming. And if you're really focused on your games and you want to get the best out of the sound when you're hearing everything, I would definitely suggest those. These are in the lightweight category if you want to go anywhere outside, carry a cool headset, different colors, different bands, customize them and still get a nice sound. These are it. And G533, I wouldn't say that they are last, but I would say that they're older, so I won't take them into consideration. Guys, thank you for watching today's video of comparison with the Logitech headset. I'm putting the links below for all of them so you can check them out with the price tag and more insight. How will you rearrange your money? Will you go with the premium, with the top price, of course, or will you go with something lower that will still give you enough punch and enjoyment when it comes to gaming and listening to music or everything else. Don't forget to like the video, comment your thoughts, maybe tell me which ones do you have, and are you planning to buy any one of these, and well, subscribe if you already didn't for future content. Thanks and bye bye.